Hello, good afternoon. Uh, Actually, I'd like to express my happiness for participate at Grad 2020, and I want to thank both Dr. Sandra and Sasha for giving me this opportunity. And I'm going to discuss my research paper, which was entitled Child-Resistant Features of Pharmaceutical Packaging in the Egyptian and Global Market, a comparative study. And the authors are me and Mai Ahmed Hussein, as I'm a lecturer assistant at the Higher Institute of Applied Arts Printing, Publishing, Packaging Department at New Cairo, Egypt, and also Dr. Mohamed Attia uh, and Dr. Noha Mohamed, which are Doctor Professor at Helwan University, Faculty of Applied Arts, Printing, Publishing, Packaging Department at Cairo at Egypt. And at the first, we are going to have a small introduction about the child-resistant packaging. All of us know that the child-resistant packaging is a substantial requirement, especially when it's related to pharmaceuticals. And children under 5 years old are the most groups in risk of drugs poisoning as a result of their constant patient and attracting their attention to medicines, especially the distinctive color and the small size. The child-resistant features attached to packages may present problem, like how to open the package to its potential user, child or adult. And also, many of these features are used with the primary packaging and less for the secondary ones. Are these features efficient with available cost or not? And also, evaluation of each one might be varied according to package structure, level, and child behavior. And therefore, the importance of adding some features in the pharmaceutical packaging child resistant in order to achieve the safety of children with target age children under 5 years old. By adding these special properties to pharmaceutical packaging, it will affect the design of the pharmaceutical packaging. um, then we are going to have a definition to the child-resistant packaging. So, what we mean by child-resistant packaging? Child-resistant packaging, at first, we can have a shortcut as CR packaging or CRP, which is means it's a special packaging used to reduce the risk of children ingesting dangerous items. Also, the CRP containers defy penetrations by children but can be opened by adults. And then this is often accomplished by the use of a special safety cap with locking mechanism. As the images below, we can see a variety of child-resistant packaging, especially it's applied to the secondary packaging. Then, why we are going to using child-resistant features and pharmaceutical packaging? What is the importance of the child-resistant features? Why we can have a high cost to apply features like child resistant. Actually, we can see that medications are high on the list of pediatric toxicness and are to blame for hundreds of thousands of incidents each year. Part of the problem is that the parents may not be aware that child resistant packaging isn't child-proof, and that even young children have the ability to open these containers. Uh, Also, children are becoming increasingly skillful at younger and younger ages because of permanent using of tablets, smartphones, gaming systems, many of which contain software applications and games intended to for toddlers and preschoolers have improved children's fine motor skills and made it easier for them to interpret samples. Uh, Also, children are around more medicines than ever before. And the typical household is changing. Increasing numbers of grandparents reside in homes with small children. And we can talk about some of pharmaceutical packaging closing system. We have to pay attention to securing against tampering of pharmaceutical packaging, as it's considered the first uh, obstacle for the child before opening the package for the first time. And we are going to talk about only four systems, like number one, tamper evident containers, and they are closed containers fitted with a device that uh, that reversibly indicated if the container have been opened, as the images below. And the second one is strap packages have at least one sealed pocket of material, with each pocket containing a single dose of the product, and the package is made of two layers of film or laminate material. As the third one is the blister packages are composed of a base layer with a cavities called blisters, which contain the pharmaceutical product and a lid. And this lid is sealed to the base layer by heat, pressure, or pulse. And the fourth one is the child-resistant containers, commonly referred to as CRCs, and they are designed to prevent the child accessing the potentially hazardous products. We should be noted that there are many designs of caps to secure against opening the children, and the most common is what has been mentioned only. Requirements to develop child-resistant packaging. There are five principal activities that have been used to develop child-resistant packaging. These include requiring the user to perform to deliberate and different simultaneous motions. And the second is a preform hidden alignment. The third have an adult strands, and the fourth have an adult sized finger or hand, and the fifth have a tool. And we can see that most commonly child-resistant features at pharmaceutical global markets divided to the main closures and the blister strap pack. If we're going to talk about the closure, we can say that we can make it press and turn, or can squeeze and turn, or a combination lock, or pill closure, or closure with tooled access. And these are the most familiar. And then, if we are talking about the blister and strap pad, there are many kind, like press and pull, side squeeze, also a combination lock. Uh, there's packaging with safety packing, and especially this one, we can see it in Egypt. It have applied in Egypt, and the fourth one is aiding to actuating bottoms and blister packaging with tooled access. And if we are going to talk about the most commonly child-resistant features at pharmaceutical Egyptian market, it can be summarized that in Egypt we can find that child-resistant features has been applied in the caps of pharmaceutical bottles, but in the blister and strip pack was found that it applied only with features packaging with safety packing and wasn't applied with other types of medicine. So if we again divide it closures and blister strip packaging, and the closures we can find press and turn, squeeze and turn, combination lock. And if we are talking about the blister strip packaging, we can see that the packaging with safety packing. And finally, we can go to the conclusion. And this research highlights the importance of reaching the implementation of child-resistant features in the blister and strip pharmaceutical packaging as a complement to the protection of children under the age of 5 years old. Also, the importance of the presence of property of child-resistant features in all types of medicines, especially in primary packaging. It can be noted that the developed countries of the world, besides some of the developing, are continuously creating and developing guidelines for each type of pharmaceutical packaging. Um, and in Egypt, there are some potent medicines with child resistant features, but the cartoon types, which is plaster and strip packaging with child resistant features, have not yet been fully produced. Egypt has been started to produce one type until now from the child resistant blister and strip packaging. And finally, I can say thank you. And once again, I want to thank Dr. Sandra and Sasha for giving me this opportunity. I'm very happy to publish my paper at grade 2020. Thank you. Stay safe.